What's up? What's up? It's the How I See It podcast, episode number 2. Blind Lives Matter. Now, for those that are wondering why we still have the same outfit on, is because we're trying to brand ourselves. We're going to wear the same outfit for the next 50 episodes. Because of inflation, we can't buy new clothes. Don't blame me. Blame the president. Okay? When the president understands that I can't afford new clothes, then we will change. I need another stimulus check, man. Not 1, not 2, but 30. Yeah, 30 stimulus checks. Because basically, all the money that they sent us, we were locking the door so nobody comes in to get the goods. But all the money that they sent us from the White House, we ended up paying it right back with inflation. I knew I should have paid attention in history class. I thought inflation was a disease. I didn't know it was a disease in my pockets. Bless you.
Thank you.
So, this won't be a long episode. I want to get straight to the point. Blind Lives Matter, okay? Everyone already knows my story. They know that in 2016, I was diagnosed with an eye disease called retinitis pigmentosa. I'm completely blind in my right eye, but I can see out of my left eye. Now, I know a lot of people, this is one of my biggest pet peeves. A lot of people look at me and they say, Leon, you don't look blind. I say, give me your car keys. Give me your car keys. I'll show you. When we end up in the ditch, dead, I think you'll believe me. Okay? So I brought my son on today to talk about how is he coping with this? Having a dad who is vision impaired. Because a lot of people in America, they don't understand what it means to be blind. You know, I know some people have 20/20 vision. Some people wear glasses. Some people are completely blind. But you have to understand something about blindness. There's different levels to blindness. Most people that are ignorant, I would like to say they're ignorant. They assume when a person says they're blind that they should be like Stevie Wonder. Like you can't see nothing at all. Or Ray Charles, you can't see nothing at all. Well, one thing about Ray Charles is when he first, many of you seen the movie, he wasn't born blind. Like he actually could see, but then the disease kicked in. And then if you've seen the movie, he starts rubbing his eyes and sometimes he can see, sometimes he couldn't. And then all of a sudden it was lights out, completely blind. Well, that's the situation I'm going through with RP, retinitis pigmentosa. When people see me show up at comedy shows, they're always wondering, well, sometimes he has his cane, sometimes he doesn't. You know, when he's in Walmart, he doesn't have his cane. Sometimes he does. We don't know what's going on. We're going to talk to my son about how he's dealing with it because my mom, she has retinitis pigmentosa, completely blind. My grandmother had retinitis pigmentosa, completely blind. And so all of my uncles have it. My aunties have it, right? They don't use canes. I don't know. I guess when you're vision impaired, you don't always have to have like different devices and different things to get around. I think a lot of times people think, oh, you're blind, you're handicapped, you're disabled, you can't do nothing. You might as well retire, Michael Jordan. You can't do nothing. I'm like, what does Michael Jordan have to do with blindness? But anyway, I want to ask my son, like, Jared, how has life been having a dad who was once able to drive? I used to come to your school like for dynamic dads, right? Mm-hmm. And I would drive and everything. And then when the eye disease took over, and then now I'm unable to drive. I can still see you and I can still see some, but not just, you know, out of my right eye. I can see out my left eye. And so I'm not able to drive, but I still support you. I still go to other things because thank God I got married, and your mom and my wonderful wife has been a great instrument to helping us, make things happen. And so what's been the biggest challenge in your life having a dad, just speaking from your heart, that's vision impaired?
How I had to help you most of the time. When I started out, I would always help you up the stairs at night because we would usually come home at night. And whenever I would help you up the stairs, then I would be like, if this didn't happen, then you could trip and then bust your head open because our steps are concrete, and you saw what happened to my knees.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, if you got used to it though, because you started like doing it on your own, but you were still like walk in front of me.
That helps a lot.
Yeah. But what challenge was the most was that when Dynamic Dad stopped, and you couldn't drive whenever you needed to go come to the school, like if I was doing something there and you guys wanted to see it, then mom would have to do all these things and you would have to wait in the car and stuff, and especially when it was a hot day and stuff. So that was like the most challenging thing because I was like, man, my dad's waiting out there just for me.
It's true. It's true. It's like we'll do whatever it takes. But tell the people that are tuned in, because there may be someone that's listening right now that's like, man, that's crazy that he has a disability, but he's not letting that stop him. What things have you seen me do that has impressed you? Because most people, they're blind. They just stay stuck in the house in the corner. They're not going to do anything. What is something that I do that you're like, wow, he's actually out there doing something?
Your comedy, definitely.
Mm-hmm.
And like when you do your comedy, you don't ever like, you made a few jokes like, if I trip and fall, I'll sue you guys. But you've like never tripped on something, and you've always like said, if there's wires, then you'll like walk away from it.
Because I'll sue the people.
Yeah, you would. That's
let me trip and fall. Let me trip and fall at a comedy show. I'm suing everybody.
And that's what I'm saying. So like you're not scared of that happening. You like, even though it could happen, you like never are like, man, I hope they don't have any wires, like at all. So like the challenges of being a blind comedian, I think that's what impresses me the most.
That's cool. Thank you, son. Do you think that if we could have we have a dog that's crazy. He's been really affected by the inflation, COVID and everything. Those Chihuahuas, they're a beast. It's okay, Milo. We're going to take you to the dog pound later. Yeah. So do you think that life has been, I know there's been moments when life has been very challenging for all of us, with me being vision impaired, but do you feel like when they come out with something, because I already know there's a doctor working on something as far as like the eye disease is concerned, like there's supposed to be like a surgery that's in the future. Do you think that I should do the surgery if they come out with something that can reverse the eye situation?
Well, I think that you should wait until you're completely blind to do it, because your blindness is like most of your jokes, because you put that in most of your jokes, and it's also a big part of your testimony.
Mm-hmm.
So when you're completely blind, then you wouldn't be able to like actually read your jokes unless you were able to write in Braille.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Also, writing them, you would know what you wrote, but you would have to keep it in your mind.
That's true, and that can be challenging to remember so much.
That's why you use your phone, because you showed me you have like 500 notes in there.
Yeah, I got a lot of jokes.
Of the jokes that just come into your mind, and I'm like, because you will literally tell me, I got a joke in open my mind, and you have to like get right out of whatever you're doing and then write it down.
Yeah, because I will forget. That's why if you're a comedian and you're tuned in right now, remember like the iPhone has a note section. And so you should use that to remember all of your jokes. And right now, like my son said, I think I touched about 510. I think it's up to 510 jokes that has been written in the last month or so. I'm just like really in the zone right now. And I want to make sure I have enough content for years to come, because I believe my stand-up comedy is going to pay for you to go to college, for me to get a house, and for your mom to get an apartment, and for us to just drop the dog off at the dog pound. So life is changing all around us. So before we get up out of here, son, I really appreciate you taking the time out of your busy schedule, because I know when I was your age, I was running outside and riding my bike and doing all this stuff, but you're such an entrepreneur. You took out time to be on Daddy's podcast. And before we go, I do have to do a commercial, because that's how we pay the bills. If you are trying to escape your family because you think they're crazy, call 1-800-APS. Okay, we're back. We're back from the commercial break. And so before we get up out of here, son, I want to say that from my heart, I truly appreciate everything that you do to help me with my comedy career, being able to help me, because you guys don't know my son, man, like he's been my opening act when I would do retirement homes. He carries my camcorder in that records the shows for YouTube. I mean, he does so much. And like, don't I bless you with presents though?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And so, I remind him after each show, I better see a percentage of this in my birthday present.
Yeah. So that means, you guys, when you book me, comedian Leon the Jokester, you're going to have to start paying me a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of shows I've been going to, churches and stuff, they're like, oh, do it for free, do it for Jesus. Negative. Jesus had a treasurer. It was Judas Iscariot. A lot of people focus on Judas Iscariot being the betrayer, but he also handled the money for Jesus. So you better go to seminary school and learn. I need some more money because I have a son. I'm trying to send what college you want to go to? Because he's going to medical school. So that means when you book me, you can't be throwing pennies and stuff out. You got to bring it. You know what I'm saying? Meet me at the bank and we don't take care of business. But like I said before, I truly do appreciate my son. I appreciate my wife and everything that they got going on and how they help me. They're a great support team. Tune in next week on the YouTube page, my YouTube page. I'm interviewing my wife. So you married couples out there, you better take some notes, because my wife, she don't play any games. Okay. Does she play games? No, she don't play any games. You know what I'm saying? Not even the video games. You know, that's for us. But you know what I'm saying? Like I said before, God's been good, man. Like we got the Walk by Faith, Not by Sight comedy tour coming, 2 Corinthians 5:7. You know what I'm saying? Like, please go ahead and call us, man. 918-924-4637. Book us. We gonna come out to your camp. We got a camp coming out. We got a camp coming up July 28th. And we're going to be out in Bixby, Oklahoma, having fun with over 100 kids. We're getting booked at churches now. We're getting booked through corporate. So like I said before, if you want to see me and my son there, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, just give us a call and we will be there. All right? All right, man. We don't get up out of here because we got to go make some PBJ sandwiches.
See ya.
See ya.